So what we're doing today is I made a post where people could submit their male VTuber designs, and I'm going to be giving them honest, constructive critiques. How easy is it to find an artist just doing a VTuber level art for a male design? There are a lot. The issue is you have to actually go find them. The reason why people are like, it's hard to find male VTuber artists and stuff like that. This is where I will say, also remember, this is literally the one branch of the entertainment industry that is dominated by women. So by that logic, yes, you're going to find more artists that draw women than draw men. But that does not mean that there are no artists that can draw male VTubers. Reminder chat, I drew this model. This is my art. I did this. You can find them. So really quickly, and I did this disclaimer before, I'm sure there will be people coming in being like, Redclaw, who are you to judge what is good VTuber male character design? All right, here's my resume. 1, I literally made this model, and I designed this model. And I don't know about y'all, I've been told I have a pretty dang good male VTuber design. Not to toot my own horn. So there's that. I have literally history as a working illustrator. I've done like work on third-party Dungeons & Dragons content. I literally worked on Superman. I have been in the trenches of the illustrator and character design field for years at this point. Going on 10 years professionally in 2 years. I got the experience. And like I said, I'm not gonna be like, I am the only arbiter of what makes good design. There may be things about your design that some people like that I don't like. There may be things that I like that other people don't like. It's all my opinion. I'm just going to tell you what I think could be done to improve on your designs, or if they need any improvements at all. Because I might not. I might legit just be like, nah, this is good. No notes. Keep going, king. So there's that. The other thing I want to clarify is that if you're here hoping that my advice is going to guarantee you immediate VTuber success, that you will be the next Shoto. Yeah, no, I got bad news for you. That's not how this works. We are far past the point where a good VTuber design guarantees you success. That is not what this is. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Your VTuber design is what's going to grab people's attention. You, person behind the Muppet, is what's going to keep people around. You need to be entertaining. You need to have a personality. You need to have more than just, I'm a VTuber with a penis. Like, you got to be past that. Make a joke. Drop your pants. Do something other than just, I got a wiener. You must have passion for your craft. But hey, what do I know? I've only been doing this full time for like 4 years now. So yeah, no, like I said, I'm gonna do my best to give you guys my opinions on your art, on the design, what can be done to improve it, if it needs improving, things that I like about, things I may not be fond of. But overall, like I said, this is all just my opinion. I'm not gonna be mean, and I also encourage chat, do not be mean. If you see something that you don't like, do not be mean about it. Don't say anything rude. Don't be like, oh, this is like a knockoff of like a established franchise here. We are here to look at some male VTubers. We are here to give constructive criticism. We are here to uplift. I am a firm believer that a rising tide lifts all ships, and that everyone should be supporting each other to be doing their best. Don't be shitty. If I see anybody being mean, you will be sent to the mines immediately. All right, first of the new ones, we have Magic Necro. I am a shark monster boy. I am a Tacomancer apprentice, so I usually always seen around with my mascot, who may or may not be people who I have transformed. Oh, so you're evil. You're a little villainous, huh? Loving the Hawaiian shirt vibe. I love the wizard outfit. Honestly, the main outfit is really cute. I love the little shark teeth open mouths in the sleeves. So I've said this before, I like my symmetry, but having like a few hints of asymmetry in them. Like, I don't like crazy, chaotic, completely asymmetrical things, but I do like when you sprinkle it in. Using asymmetry almost like seasoning for your design rather than just chaos. This has a lot of symmetry with sprinklings, dashings of asymmetry, such as the blonde streaks in the hair that are very reminiscent to like the scars on Sharpedo from Pokemon. Love the scars on like the lower ab there. Also like the interesting crop top under the jacket. Really like that. The little mascot is also cute. Love this anchor piece. Love the anchor centerpiece here. Really cool. Really helps with directions. Loving the pants too. Also, again, love the big hat. Also, fun logo. This is fun. Absolutely embracing the nautical side of things. There's whimsy in this design, and y'all know me. I love me some whimsy. The logo gives me a fun shark gummy logo. Oh no, the logo's fun. I like this. Really good design. Love the face expressions, love the haircut. I like that you have a cowlick that is reminiscent to the shark dorsal fin. Very fun design work there. Also love the tail. Love the tail design. Very good stuff. And again, even for like the casual fit, love the shorts, love the Hawaiian. I am a sucker for Hawaiian shirts. I love Hawaiian shirts, so I'm all for this. Love it. 10 out of 10. No notes. I'll be real. This is the type of design I like. It's fun. It's whimsical. There's good color balance. Yeah, it is a dorsal fin. Yeah, no, you see, I like that. The color palette is very pleasing to the eye. It's following the 30-20-10 really well. I like that a lot. Oh, I just noticed the buckles on your boot are the little tacos. I love that. Very good design. I approve. I approve. Very fun. All right, next. We got Faust. Okay, I'll be real. I was looking forward to looking at Faust's design today because I was talking about this with the last stream. Unfortunately, a lot of male VTubers in particular, they fall into the trap of the only outfit a guy can wear that will look good is either put a guy in a suit or put a guy in a hoodie. Literally just hoodie and jeans. Personally, I find this fucking lazy. But I am a firm believer that if you do go the suit route, make it your own. Make it unique. Use a specific type of suit. Use a specific type of suit jacket, specific type of vest cut, certain shoes, maybe an overcoat. Like, look outside of just, I looked up a suit on Google. Like, look at some high fashion stuff. Look at stuff that's being done in Europe, in Asia, in Korea. Like, not just, oh, I looked at what they had at Men's Warehouse. Be creative with it. Have fun with it. Play with the colors, the patterns, and accessorize. So this is why, and the reason why I'm mentioning this is Faust does all of that. Faust has a very specific type of suit jacket. It's a lower tailcoat. You can see at the bottom here. I'm sorry, my mouse is pointing at his crotch. The tailcoat in and of itself has a nice mauve lining. He has a little pocket watch pin here. He has a silver vest. These straps here, like he has special accessories on the collar. I love this eldritch, ethereal overcoat. Very streamlined, but has a little hints of chaos to it. He's got a very specific type of shoe, not just generic shoe type here. Loving the choice of like the eldritch asymmetrical arm there. Loving the hair options. Yeah, having an iconic accessory helps with making people remember you more. So for me, for this model, I would make the argument that the iconic accessory are my shoulder pads. Everyone recognizes the T-Rex skull shoulder pads. Like, that's how you know, oh, that's Redclaw. With this one, I would say it's the eyes. For the default, I would say the pocket watch and the coat in and of itself is a very defining piece. Then this one, I would say it's the halo and then the eyes inside. Very recognizable. Yeah, and the other thing is, as you see here, he has a logo that is scattered throughout. So he has this lapel pin that has the logo on it. The belts are all very unique as well. It's good. This is very, very good. Also, easily readable. Nothing is really getting lost here. There is good color separation here. It's good shit. Also, good logo. I approve of this logo. Very nice. All right, next we have NightmareDetective. Here's me and here's my eldritch partner when my eldritch partner wants to take over. Oh, so again, we have what would normally be a very basic outfit. It is a button-down shirt, vest, pants. However, you can see that things have been changed a little bit because of the detective motif. He's got the gun holster harness on the shoulders, a very specific type of vest. He's got good accessories here. Loving the lantern, loving the tattoos, loving the glove here. A very unique haircut. Again, notable items such as a badge, the bracelets, the boots. All of this is very easily recognizable. Love the gun designs too. Love that they're not just like a generic gun. Very cool. I'll be real, not as big of a fan of the wolfed out version as I am the default version, but I still think it's pretty dang neat. This feels more standard e-boy VTuber. This does not, and I mean that affectionately. Like, you don't have to go like super mega masculine. However, I think another issue is that a lot of male VTubers, they really do just go for like the anime e-boy aesthetic. And unfortunately, that can easily make you get like lost in the sea of e-boys. We have moved on to S.A.D compositions. Got my base and alternate outfits for your consideration. Very fun. Honestly, I do like this one a bit more than this one, and it's mainly because of what I mentioned before. So like the big unique thing about you is you have the TV face. You have the TV face, and then you have like all these really cool emotes and stuff like that. I also love that it looks like it's like an older like CCTV, like CRTV. The biggest reason why I like this one more, it's fun. I'm loving the mariachi vibe, loving all of the different filigrees. The cape is mwah. Yeah, no, Phantom, you got me. It's whimsical, and you know I love me some whimsy. Oh no, the sombrero is amazing. The sombrero, the violin, I love the design of the violin. Love the accents there, loving the shoes. The funny thing is, even your antenna almost feels like an accessory, and I love it. Also, I'll be real, I love the ceramic rooster on a little doily on the TV, because if you had a Latino grandma, if you had an abuelita, this was the thing. My father's mother absolutely had the ceramic chicken on a doily on the top of her freaking CRTV. This is such a mood. My grandma had this. So I love it. It's so true. So I adore this. I think that's the other reason why I love me some like good old like Latino like representation. So like this just makes me happy. I love my little yeah, it's so cute. Also, I love your color separations again. Again, I love the gold highlights. I love the spatterings of maroon red everywhere in the roses, on the hands, on the violin. I love your little tie there. This is really good. This is fine, albeit it's a bit too basic for me. I love the shoes. I think the shoes are the best part of this fit. However, this does fall for me it's just a suit, for lack of a better term. This has flair. This has panache. This has flair. This has personality. This honestly looks like I love this. I adore this outfit. It's got more accessories too. Again, I love the fucking rooster. I love the chicken on the doily. I'm flashing back to my childhood whenever I would visit my grandmother in Washington Heights. Really good. Really fun. Oh, I was hoping we would get to CuriCabi. I love this design. They are literally a cabinet. It's so neat. And you could also tell they're like a puppet. They're like a mannequin. They have ball joints. Also, there's like wood grain texturing on the face. Also, someone mentioned this. The heart inside the cabinet as a gem is so good. And the key, I love that the key is right there to the, oh, that's cute. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you, Kuri. The model, I'll be 10 out of 10, no notes. I actually adore this. I don't want to like bury the lead too much. I'm gonna just like be real with you. This was like my favorite design that I found in the submissions. There's a lot of amazing designs in the submission that were submitted. Personally, this one was my favorite. I love this model so much. You design it yourself? You have an eye for design. I love this. It's got a Pinocchio vibe to it, which is very whimsical, and people know me. I love whimsy, so I love this. I love the transparent sleeves. I love like the gold filigree that you have going out throughout. Love the key design. It's a very unique design. The hair is also really fun. I love the face. And again, I love the wood grain. This was really, you cooked. But I will say this, as much as I love this model, this art is what sold me. Like, I saw this, I was like, this is a character that I want to know more about. This character has a fucking story, and I want to know what the story is. I loved this. You did great. I have a question in regard to the model, Kuri. Is the heart its own piece, and does it move when you move? Because I think that would be genius. Like, it just like kind of like rolled on the shelf as you move like left and right. I think that would be really cool if it did that. That's gonna be up to my model pop-up, but I will let her know. Please let her. I think that would be so freaking cool. But again, you did so well with this design. Very good. Possibly one of, if not my favorite submission from the hundreds that people sent in. I love this. All right, next we have Dr. Lobotimus, an exorcist VTuber. Ooh, very macabre, very spoopy. So again, normally I'd be like, okay, I need more like color separation here, but I'll be real, no. This is meant to be, this gives like spooky, yeah, noir is the word that I'm looking for. I could see literally like this PNG in like a misty alleyway investigating like a missing persons thing. You know, like the exorcism scene when the priest is like heading towards the house and you see like the mist as the priest is heading towards the house. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. I also like that it's not just a stereotypical skull. It looks like almost like a demon ram kind of thing, giving Balrog with the horn shape. My only thing is, okay, so for this PNG, the jacket is a bit more defined. Here, I would do a little bit more defining with the duster, because there's a lot that gets lost here in the duster. This is hard to like tell if this is a jacket or a cloak or like a cape or anything. So I would say stick closer to this, where it's a bit more defined with like the collar, the shape of the sleeves and stuff like that. It looks like it's meant to be baggy, but baggy shouldn't mean no like defining features. But no, this is good. Ooh! Ooh! Does this count? It absolutely counts! Look, chat, I will also say this, not just to the male VTubers, but to VTubers in general. Quick reminder to you all, for the longest time, Dino was my main model. You want to make yourself really stand out? Break the mold. Don't just be a dude. When I said I was a dinosaur VTuber, I meant that I'm a literal dinosaur. And this is something that could be fun. Will this be appealing to everyone? No. But I'll tell you one thing, you're gonna get the people that don't like, you'll probably get people that normally don't watch VTubers watching your stuff. You're probably gonna be getting people that like Lovecraftian or even fantasy stuff. You're definitely gonna get the monster fuckers. Like, look at those tentacles. Look at those big, meaty tentacles. You're definitely gonna get the monster fuckers up in here. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? When I had some people tell me I should go human with my new model, I literally used you as one of the examples why I can literally do whatever the fuck I want. You can do literally whatever the fuck you want. Actually, you wanna know who actually said this recently? Junk. Junk said this about my current human model, that my design screams, I don't give a fuck, I'm doing my thing. And I would almost make the argument that because I was like, fuck it, I'ma do my own thing, it has allowed me to stand out to the point that I have. Am I the biggest male VTuber in the space? God, no. But people sure as fuck know who I am. Which is why I'm saying in regard to this, no, this is totally a valid design to use for a male VTuber model. If you want to be a full-on fucking monster, go full monster. This is fun. This is some Eldritch shit right here. So a VTuber that's a tentacle monster, that's interesting. I want to know what that creature has to say. That's what I mean. This stands out. Again, this is some Kraken Cthulhu shit right here. Like I said, you're gonna get the fantasy people with this. You're gonna get the Lovecraft people with this. You're definitely gonna get the monster fuckers with this. Like, there is an audience for this type of model. It's a good design. It gets a little busy here where all the tentacles meet. However, the face instantly draws me in. And there's some features here that make it not just a generic tentacle monster. I actually find like these feather gill things on the side to be an interesting design choice. However, it's not one I usually think of when I think of like Cthulhu, Lovecraftian, like tentacle monster. The eyes are also really cool. I love that they look like actual cephalopod eyes. I love the teeth that aren't uniform. Oh yeah, no, these are not symmetrical teeth, which is very nice. It's a good design, good texturing too. But yeah, no, this is good. This is different. This is unique. If you want to stand out, be different. All right, next we have Hiro Brewla, a potion brewing slime. Ooh. Ooh, interesting take on a slime. Okay, so remember that one slime VTuber that we looked at yesterday, where like not yesterday, last week, where I was like, this feels too basic and I could barely tell that it's a slime. I can tell because of the rendering, even on the model, that this is a slime. I even like the inner lining of the jacket has like slime vibes to it. I like that the design makes it look like he's in the middle of holding a transformation, because like of all like the random pink splotches, it makes it feel like he's trying to hold this form, which is very nice. I'm loving all the different potions. Okay, so this one's a minor one, and I'm sure there's a good reason for it because it's the biggest one. This is just a color placement thing. So you have this big belt buckle that has the main color of your slime here. I would not have put this patch of slime directly behind it. I would have put this patch on the other side, just because it gets a little mushy here. This is just a color placement thing for me, because I like contrast, but like that's like a nitpick. I like the coat. I love the big apron. I love, again, I do believe that you are a potion brewer. Look at all this shit. Look, let's be real, potions are drugs. Look at these drugs. That's a lot of drugs. Bubbly, cute baby man, I love him. I love the ponytail also. I love the big ponytail. Oh my God, wait, is this a freaking silly straw? Freaking slurping up potions with a silly straw? Okay, that's fun. That is so fun. I like that a lot. Now that's what I call whimsy. And chat, what do we love here? Whimsy. I also love like this, it's almost like a diamond that's meant to simulate a scrunchie. Very fun. Oh, this art is trippy as fuck and I love it. Oh, that's some good trippiness right there. But yeah, no, this is just good. Like I said, this is my biggest nitpick. I just think that you should have moved like this slime color, not directly behind this buckle. Cause it's doing, I don't know, my eye is not fond of it, if that makes sense. But like that is a nitpick. I am looking for things to improve on this. I will say the bandolera does get a little bit busy, but however, I think this would absolutely look better in motion. But again, it's a VTuber model, so it will be in motion, so it's fine. I'm nitpicking here. And also, look, I'm not just saying this because I'm a T-Rex. Your hair does look edible. I want to chew on it. I'm sorry. I had to say it. I had to be the one that said it. Everyone in chat is thinking it. I'm just the one that's brave enough to say it. I want to chew on your hair. Anyway, good design. Did you see the bite? Wait, there's a bite mark? Oh my God, there is. Okay, I'm justified. Anti-life justifies my hunger. Yep, okay. I'm not wrong. I was not wrong. Ooh, all right. Next, we have Cardell VA, the Night VTuber. Not one, but two different designs. So the thing that I like about Cardell's design is Cardell is not a very stereotypical looking knight. Cardell looks like he's been pulled straight out of fucking Dark Souls. He looks like he's been pulled out of Elden Ring, but he has a very distinct helmet. I love that the helmet almost looks like it has molded in details. I've always been a fan of it. Again, very distinct features. The sword is very distinct, very Elden Ring. Oddly enough, I don't like this one as much. Now, granted, this one looks like it's meant to be more like a cyber knight. Yeah, exactly, a sci-fi knight, as you mentioned. However, it's almost too simple for me. When I see Cardell, I'm like, where is my Dark Souls boy? And I get that from this. I like the two-toned cape. I like that one side is blue and one side is green. I like that you keep that also with the underskirt here. The second one gives Mandalorian, but not in a good way. At least for me personally. This design is very nice. It is, because again, at face value, oh, it's just a knight, but it's not. Cardell has some very specific proportions, very specific design elements that make me know that it is Cardell. The sword is very notable. The helmet is very notable. The proportions and style of the legs are very notable. Again, when I see this helmet, I know it's Cardell. It's a good design. Almost like the armor's corrupted. That's why I always said he always gave me Elden Ring Dark Souls vibes, and I mean that affectionately. It doesn't feel like an Elden Ring knockoff. It feels inspired by it. And the funny thing is, I'm 80% sure Cardell's been around since before Elden Ring even came out. All right, moving on. We are at Taithalonos. Taithalonos? I think I got that right. Only a chibi version. Planning a 3D model soon. Maybe even a 2D if I can find the right artist. Are you meant to be a dragon or? Okay, so it is a dragon. So something I like about this dragon design, I don't often see the tan blue with red highlights combo. And I think it works here. I like this. It's a good combo. Yeah, very Digimon core. I'm getting Vmon from this. And I like it. I like it a lot. Also, I like these robes. My biggest critique might be I would mess with the color levels of the robes, mostly because I can tell that this blue here is supposed to be skin and it kind of meshes in a little bit. I would mess with those colors a little bit just because I don't want them to get lost amongst each other. But I do like it. And of course, white and red highlighted hair, I'm biased towards that as well. I think that's pretty damn good. Digimon is super base. You can get some really fun creative designs from looking at Digimon. They are maximalist to the extreme, and not everyone likes maximalism, but I do actually like maximalism. So, because I think maximalism is peak whimsy. Okay, so oddly enough, we looked at DefineProg for the D&D class giving stream. This is the type of shit some of y'all should be doing. I'm not saying like do like the prog rock like stuff. I'm saying like this is fun, very easily recognizable face because of the design, because of the color choices, because of the aesthetic of the model. Literally, prog stands out. But again, this is whimsical, this is maximalist. And again, if you don't like maximalism, then you like this might not be for you. However, I love these colors. There's a fun place for my eyes to be, and some areas to the rest, but not lose interest. Very good. I agree. I'll be real, chat. This design is busy. It is an asymmetrical hellscape, but it is a fun one. I think this design is really neat and very fun. I could see this being a lot of fun for people. Yeah, this one goes up to like 11 in regard to like its design. Some of it can definitely become noise. Some of it can definitely get lost, but I think the weakest element are the pants, just because the pants have so much going on. However, the big thing to remember is that for the majority of streaming, especially when you're a VTuber, like waist up is all people are going to really see. This is also a very funny take on a happy trail because it's not hair. It's a stitching. That's funny. Also, the mic is metal as fuck and I love it. But no, very good. I just love this style. I love the style for the hair. I love the face. Love the eyes. Very good. All right, next, this is I'm Dreamy, just a normal boy, but I'm secretly a witch. Oh my God, he's adorable. This is a really cute fit. Okay, that's the other thing, chat. Like, male VTubers, don't be afraid to cross-dress. Have fun with it. Cross-dress. Do drag. You want to be a femboy? Be a femboy. Do not limit yourself. Ah, man. Fashion options are so limited for men. Have you considered dress? Huh? Bet you didn't? Because I'll be real, this design is adorable. Also, black, white, and pink is just a really good color combo. Black and pink is a goated combo. One of my favorite outfits I have right now is quite literally black chinos and a pink button-down shirt. Literally, that's it. That's the fit. And like with like a black leather jacket. Brown, white, and pink is awesome too. Oh, brown, white, and pink is also really good. Well, that's also true, Bear. Black goes with literally anything. Black and white go with literally anything. But black, white, and pink is a great combo, in my opinion. What is ancient Roman garb? What is kilt? What is a dress and a shirt? They're badass as fuck. I agree. Yeah, go full Neapolitan. Go Batman Vegeta. More men need to not be afraid to wear pink. Pink looks great on men. And it doesn't even have to be in this style where it's like purposefully feminine. Literally, like I said, one of my favorite current fits right now is black pants with a pink shirt and a black leather jacket. And I love it. Pink is so gender. All gender. Do it. Get a salmon shirt. Get a coral shirt. Pink and purple, even better. Oh yeah, I love purple. I love wearing purple. I really like, this is like a subtle thing. I love that the highlights are black on the pink hair. The black highlights on the pink hair, really, really cute. Genuinely, pink would look great against your skin tone. Oh yeah, no, Atera, it's why I wear it. I look good in, I will admit, I look good in pink. I love pink. Them eyes, I was gonna also say, the icy blue eyes really pop here. Also, I love the shorts. Love the bow, love the top. But yeah, no, this is a really good design. Very, very cute. Very, very good. Love it. All right, next we have ChUwUnky. Look at this queen. Look at this queen. Oh my God, I just noticed the chat. I'm crashing the fuck out. I was about to give this design so many compliments and then I saw this. The fucking Labubu palette. Oh my God, no, but this is really cute. So this is where I'm also gonna tell you, do not be afraid to like go outside the conventional body type. So unironically, I've been telling this to people and I'm actually gonna swap back to my human model to make this point. So let's say like the type of male VTuber you want to be is like do like the boyfriend experience. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. This is not going to attract the audience that you think it will. You wanna know what this is going to attract? Gay guys. If you ain't gay, this is not going to attract the audience that you think it will. Like the more masculine you go with your design, the more it attracts men. I stand by this. No one is gayer than a straight man. Gay men or people that want to throw hands. And again, I'm not saying that ChUwU is trying to do like the boyfriend experience. However, experiment with different body types. Go plus size. Be a plus size king. Have some tummy. Be a skinny boy. My point is, do not be afraid to mess with different body types. Also, don't be afraid of tattoos. Tattoos can be very good identifiable marking points. While they aren't like traditional tattoos, the red scales on my cheeks are a defining feature of my character design. Don't be afraid of giving yourself some identifiable tattoos. Those can be accessories in and of themselves. Don't be afraid to fuck up with body types. Also, yeah, exactly. Full beards. Do not be afraid of beards. Like, if you want to have a full-on bushy beard, do it. Give yourself a beard. God, they're adorable. Also, very, very pastel core, and I do love the pastel core. And I stand by this again. Like, do not feel like you're limited by fashion. Be fucking cute with it. This is the most pride outfit I have ever seen on a VTuber, and I'm all for it. Yeah, same with freckles. Don't let anime hold you back. Do not be limited to just anime tropes. Have fun with it. Now, that being said, I did just say like, oh, don't be afraid to do tattoos and stuff like that. I will give a criticism here. ChUwU's My Little Pony tattoos do get lost. When he's close up like this, much more easily identifiable, but when you pull back, it does become a lot of visual noise. So like tattoos are great, but don't go nutty with them. It's similar to that like that one design we saw last week where like basically the tattoos were just scribbled on. You want them to be noticeable but identifiable. If they can get lost from you just pulling away, you might need to pull back a little bit. But no, like this is good. Oh, and the rave core fit. Let's go. As someone who raves, I do love me a good rave core fit. I legit thought that they were shirt sleeves, not tattoos, because I can't see the skin tone. That's because they're full freaking sleeves. Because they're full sleeves, it's hard to tell. But like you could see like here, there's like some exposed skin parts there. That's how I knew they were tattoos. But that's what I mean where like there might be a little too much. All right, moving on. We're on to Beau Astra, the Astral Minotaur. Happy to throw my hat in the ring. I'm pretty pleased with my design. I feel like there are plenty of ways to iterate on it. And the art is by Prime Viridian. Right off the bat, loving your color scheme. I already said white goes with everything. White and gold is really good. And then you have white, black, and gold. That's some pristine shit right there. Loving this half cape. I love half capes. So like, love this. Love the bull pauldron. Also love the belt. I also love me a good decorative belt, as you can see. So I do love this belt. Love the constellations along the belt design as well. Very fun. Love the hairstyle. Love the horns. Love that you have one horn that has like a nice decoration to it. Again, sprinklings of asymmetry that I really enjoy. All right, let's talk about the arm. The arm is sick. I would love to see how a rig artist does the cosmic arm in motion. My original inspo was Taurus bathtub from the Animal Crossings from New Horizons. But again, this is good because I didn't initially think, oh, this is clearly a reference to something from frickin' Animal Crossing, but it still looks good. And this is why I say like, have your inspirations, be proud of your inspirations, but don't just copy your inspirations. Take from them, grow from them, adapt from them, and to make it your own. And I think you do that really well. My rigger said it as a slowly spinning layer, but we're looking at ways to evolve it further for the arm. Interesting. I'm gonna love seeing that when it's done. That sounds really cool. But yeah, no, I love this. The one warning I will give you, and I could be wrong here, but it's more so I try to not take risks. So again, as male VTubers, we do have one advantage that ladies don't. We can show our chests without there being negative consequences. But that being said, I am overly cautious over things like nipple rings. I might be overly cautious. I would just be careful with the nipple rings. You've had no issues with the chest so far. That is good. I would be cautious about it, but that's just me personally, just because Twitch is a fickle bitch. But that, again, that's just me. This is still really, really good. For the arm, I personally would do like Gangutsu effect where the pattern stays static, but behind the arm. That would also be pretty damn cool. Yeah, exactly. A simple rule change and it could cause issue. And that's my issue. I'm a rock. Probably not an eldritch horror trapped in a rock. I'm just trying to make chill, spooky vibes in my content, but I love your input. I can't really give much thought to it because it's a rock. So because, again, your entire point is that you are a rock, there's not much I could say. In regard to, if you want to, like, add to, like, the eldritch stuff, you could easily add some, like, carved in runes or something. However, if literally it's just supposed to be like, oh, you're just meant to look like a rock, there's not much you can really do with that. This is a design where, for being a VTuber of this, yeah, no, you better be really fucking funny and entertaining. If you want to add more, like, lore to stuff, you could, oh, yeah, sci-fi, you could add, like, cracks that show some eldritch stuff. However, it looks like the bit is literally meant to be he just looks like a regular rock, but just has a face. So in that regard, if you really want to keep it to just, I'm a rock, I would say this is a design where the design doesn't really matter. You just need to be really fucking entertaining. The rock is giving evil sponge from Goosebumps vibes, also true. But yeah, no, with the rock, you're a rock. That is literally a thing, you're a rock. So if you're going to just be a rock, then you better be a really fucking entertaining rock. All right, so next we have Winter Rain. I'm bookmarking this so I can see fellow male VTuber designs. I'm curious what you have to say about mine if you get to it. Okay, my eyes played a trick on me. I was like, why do you have an arm jutting out of your leg? No, it's attached to this. I'm just an idiot. Love the horn design. Also, I just noticed it's broken at one end. So I'll be real, I would have made this break a little bit more extreme because since it's just the tip, it almost looks like, for lack of a better term, it almost looks like an art error. So I would actually have cut it down shorter and make the damage look more recognizable, like add like some cracks, maybe add some like cracks into the horn there. Yeah, a few more inches would have made it work a little bit more. Yeah, like I said, I would have cut this down a bit more, make the break more extreme. I will say they look comfy as fuck. I love the blue lining here. I love the design work here. Oh god, I just noticed the gun. Yeah, no, this is nice. It's simple, but it's good. Love the goggles too. Okay, so I will say this is a personal gripe, and I think more VTubers need to explore this. I want to retire this haircut. It is the stereotypical anime boy protagonist haircut. I am not a fan of it. Yeah, the Moe Howard. Clearly, we need more fire hair. Fire hair is like another one that, like, the reason why not a lot of people do the straight on fire hair is because, like, rigging it is hell. I say this as someone who has fire in the literal fire involved in the next model. Like, rigging fire is difficult. But yeah, no, it's a very overused haircut. If you want your VTuber to stand out amongst VTubers, do not do this haircut. Every basic ass male VTuber has this haircut. It is the most overused haircut. Don't do it. If you're considering it, don't. Don't do it. No more slick back hair either. Like, God. Okay, so I think if you're gonna do the slick back, it has to be like for longer hair. Like, do like the slick back like wolf cut. If it's the slick back shaved on the side haircut, don't do it. And I say this as someone who literally has an undercut where I literally pull my hair back into a bun. Don't do the short slick back, and don't do the freaking anime pro tag haircut. They are two of the most overused fucking haircuts. Explore. Do other haircuts. Freaking give yourself a mullet. Do something. Anything else than this. Anything other than this. It's so basic. I like this design. Not a fan of the haircut. Doc Brown? Unironically, yes, do it. Nightmare mode bald? Yeah, fuck yeah, do bald. I think there's only like 2 bald male VTubers. Bald is hot. Hell, do the bald with beard combo. Have fun with it. But definitely do not do the fucking anime pro tag haircut. It's so overplayed. Okay, so this person took my advice to heart. We went from stereotypical anime boy haircut to a man with a mane. Jeezy Pete's. I didn't even need to see the werelion to know that this is a lion VTuber. That's the other thing. You can like style your hair to like imply what like the motif of your VTuber is. Like if you're going for a lion VTuber, give yourself some wild ass hair. But this is good. Also, my God, my brother in arms, a male VTuber that has a fucking nose. Blood of my blood. He can sniff. He can sniff. Question is, how the fuck is he putting this in that sheath? Okay, I have seen knives like these. The sheaves are fucking weird. So you see where that buckle is? Apparently, this entire upper section has an opening, and you kind of like awkwardly slide it in that way. It's really weird, but these are real. These types of knives do exist. Yeah, it's almost like a gun holster. Yeah, it's like an angular, like a hyper angular gun. But yeah, no, like this is good. Also, I'm loving purple. Like we have like this nice purple here. Ooh, we got a rigging look. Oh, I love that the ears move with the brows. I love that even though he did like the stereotypical chin strap beard, it's still thick. I like that. Also, we love a male VTuber with actual fucking body hair. Also, love that like it's not like a little skinny like nothing tail. The tummy, also tummy. Also, yeah, chat. No, I'm gonna be real. Again, if you want to go for the boyfriend experience, this is actually a better design than the hyper-cut bodybuilder aesthetic. Like, if you want to go for, I want to be a buff, muscular dude, like masculine dude, but still do the boyfriend experience, unironically, this is the mood. Like, I did hyper-cut, like, masculine because, like, one, I wanted to, and two, I drew superheroes for a living. This is the type of dude that I draw. But if you want that boyfriend experience, nah, this is the mood. A little bit of tummy. Don't go bodybuilder, go weightlifter. Like, don't do the hypercut. Do the I do deadlifts. I love seeing different body styles for VTubing instead of all sticks, men and women. I agree. But yeah, no, definitely, like, I was saying this before, expand your body type range. Because I think that's like the other issue. A lot of male VTubers are quite literally just, like, they're all like slim e-boys, but then they're like, oh, when I'm like shirtless, I'm like hypercut, 0% body fat buff. And I'm like, but you look like you haven't eaten in days when you have clothing on. And it looks weird. I think that's like the other thing. Expand the range of body types that you're looking at. Don't just lean on anime protagonist that is like 90 pounds wet. Oh my god, they're adorable. Blobbyderp, perfume making VTuber. I'm a guy, but I've never been sure if I can count in this conversation. Are you a dude? Then you're a male VTuber. Oh my god, I love him. Okay, but unironically, this is what I'm also when I say body types, I also mean, again, do some fun shit like this. They're just a little cloaked minion dude. They're just a little dude in a cloak. And he's adorable. He's got a cute backpack and a really neat staff that's very identifiable. That looks like it has like a little will-o-wisp in it. I want to take him on adventures. The whimsy of this motherfucker. I said this about Curry earlier, but I'll say it again. I've only known Blobby for 5 minutes, but if anything happens to him, I'll be very upsetty. I will also be very upsetty if anything happens to Blobby. And because that's the other thing. Like, again, even if like your character design doesn't openly scream, I am a man. Again, you should not be making your identifiable feature as a VTuber just what is in your pants. Especially when you're a VTuber, what should be really pushing through is the design and how entertaining you are. If like the first thing about you is like when someone asks you, what do you as a streamer bring to the table is I'm a dude, I'm sorry, I'm gonna tune out. Not interested. This is interesting. This is neat. This is different. Do this. This is why I both use a male and female VTuber model. I mean, you could do that. That is an option. However, like I said, if you like, I wouldn't even say like, oh, like clearly you need to also have like a girl model. You don't have to do that. But like I said, like you do have to be entertaining. I will say, and it sucks that this is the case, people do sometimes get turned off when they hear like masculine voices come out of a feminine model. However, I've also found that if you're entertaining enough, that doesn't fucking matter. What if you have a normal model as well as a super not human model? Colamate, you're literally describing me. I have this model and then another model that is a literal T-Rex. Like, do it. What's stopping you? Yeah, Joel is a great example. Because the thing is, Joel has talked about this. Joel nerfed himself by giving himself a femme-presenting model. Joel has actively talked about this. Like, Joel is not doing himself favors with a femme model. He compensates for that nerf by being really fucking entertaining. Yeah, Joel chose hard mode. However, he techs it by being really funny, really talented, and making really good content. If you are masculine presenting and you want to use a feminine model, understand you are doing hard mode. You can do it, but you are doing this in hard mode and you need to like be entertaining to make it work. Yeah, Joel is a tired dad stuck in a cursed doll body. I respect the show, Joel, because he's femme presenting, but it's not for perverted reasons. Yeah, no. It was just a bit, but it's a damn good bit. All right, next we go to Folk, the Muse VTuber, and their name is Folk. For the full name is Folktale. If there's still a place that hasn't happened yet, I don't think it's hard to design a male VTuber, but would love some feedback, especially with the alternative outfits and or updated looks that can continue to showcase the tats. Creativity personified, looking at you. So oddly enough, I find this really interesting. Your character is supposed to be like a muse, like a literal muse, and a being of inspiration and creativity, and you're literally wearing a tank top and plaid pants and all-star Converse, and that's it. The most interesting thing about you is your sunglasses and the tattoos. I think the tattoos are good. I think the glasses are good. So I would almost make the argument that you need an outfit that's more muse-ish, if that makes sense. Because I look at this and I don't see, oh, this is clearly a muse. You know what I mean? The tattoos are great and they're really well designed. However, I'm not getting muse from this. I'm getting Yakuza, especially with the style of tattoos. I'm not getting muse, I'm getting Yakuza. Yeah, exactly. It reminds me of like a GTA character. Yeah, like I'll be real. I'm not getting the vibe that you're a muse. I'll be real. This art is especially does not be like, oh, this is clearly a muse. I'll be real. This just looks like a fuckboy. This is just giving fuckboy. So I'll be real. I like the design because again, like it's simple, but it works because like the busiest part of you is like the tattoos and stuff like that. However, you to Velociraptor Twins, but you are not giving muse, you're giving Kiryu fuckboy. Get the dude a toga instead of a tank top and I'll reconsider the fuckboy image. Also true. Yeah, to your point, Sebas, I'm gonna use less mean words because I don't want to say generic, but it is giving like fuckboy pyromancer. Like again, none of this screams to me muse. That is something that I would work on. Ocean.D.Explorer. What do you think of a lobster sea explorer? Great sea explorer who's washed upon your shores. Interesting. Oh, it's a bodysuit. Because I was like, that's an interesting top. But then I saw like the legs are basically the same thing. I will say, and someone already mentioned this, there is nothing here that implies lobster. Maybe the hair's not right. What I would have done is I would have styled the hair in a way or shaped the hair in the way to almost make it look like a lobster tail. I would have done that. You could have put a cut in the sleeve here to almost like resemble a lobster's claw. Hell, you could have styled these designs because you have a like this is a very overly complicated geometric design. You could have designed this to be reminiscent to a lobster. So like if you're really saying like I'm a lobster VTuber, there's nothing here that implies lobster. If you're going for minimalist, then I would have just like elements that are vaguely reminiscent, but like if you look at it, yeah. Ebiko's a good example of that, of the tail. Well, I mean, you could fix it by giving a literal tail, but I'll be real, I also think that the tails can be a cop-out sometimes. I also think just slap the tail on and that will fix it. I want to explore the idea of a bit more creative ideas. That's why I'm saying like, what if the hair, because the hair is red, you shaped the hair to be reminiscent of a lobster's tail. Like you cut the sleeve here to look like, move to the next picture. Yeah, no, my point is still not made. Like this still hasn't proven me wrong. Yeah, no, like none of this changed my point. This is funny, but if the most lobster he looks is he has to wear a lobster suit, my point has not been made. Like I said, well, I think this design is fine. There is nothing about this that tells me lobster. You need to, like, if you really want to add the lobster title, add some lobster motifs. I need to see some familiar shapes. I need to see some iconography. It doesn't have to be just slap a lobster tail or lobster claws onto it, but there's got to be something here that implies the lobster. There's nothing here that implies lobster. Yeah, it gives Atlantean, but it doesn't give lobster. I agree. All right, let's see. Very work in progress, not full body, but I'm curious to hear critiques, suggestions of what little there is. I'll be real with you, Styxir or Styxir, there's nothing to work on here. It's a hoodie and a broken mask. The mask is interesting, but you're going to find yourself lost in a sea of VTubers that are just dudes in hoodies and jeans with one unique feature about them. And this isn't me being mean, it's just like, that's really what this is. It's very basic. Again, I don't have enough fingers on my hand to count the amount of male VTubers that their entire aesthetic is literally just, I have a hoodie and maybe like an Akatsuki mask or something like that. I would highly recommend exploring some other design options because you're gonna find yourself lost in a sea of other VTubers that just have like this outfit. Hell, I don't even think this is the first time I've seen VTuber in a hoodie with a broken, creepy mask. I would really reconsider where your design plans are going. And if you really like the hoodie aesthetic, look up other hoodie fashions than the stereotypical oversized hoodie with a pouch pocket. In fact, you know what, real quick? If you're gonna do hoodie, be unique with it. Try other styles. Do ones that have like the pockets on like the sleeves. Do the oversized hoodie jacket. Like this is just tech wear as an example. Do a crop top, like something that has a unique design element. If it's just a hoodie, it's gonna be forgotten. Let's see male hoodie fashion. Let's do like high fashion real quick. Do like this type of hoodie where like it's got the tighter sleeves, but the really oversized hood. Maybe do ones that are like something like this. Maybe something like with a zipper like this. Maybe do ones that have like, what's it called? Like they're like basically 2-in-1 shirts. Maybe even something like this. There are other options other than just stereotypical hoodie. Hell, if you want to go goth, something like this. Something like this. Maybe do a tunic cut. This is an option. Tunic cut hoodies can be really fun, but this is too basic. You're gonna find yourself lost in a sea of other uninspired designs. Look outside of what is just in my IRL closet. All right, this is DOMINIONVT. When you're a fashion creator, this is right up my alley. Okay, you see what I mean? Embrace fashion. All three of these designs, I love them. The parachute pants with the different patterns on them, with a crop top tank. Oversized jackets with a turtleneck and the harem pants. Love this. Again, the oversized jacket. You have like this cropped shirt, the jewelry accessories, a unique hairstyle and jeans. This one's just sexy, but it is so unique. The mask over the eyes, the corset, the pants. This is really good. All three of these are good. I'll be real. Embrace fashion. Like, this is what I mean. Do not limit yourselves to just the fashion that you have or the stuff that you find at like Walmart. Go nuts with it. You are making a fictional character. Why limit yourself to reality? Have fun with it. All right. Cato Koziet. Definitely see a lot of super interesting male designs out there. There's so many. And this is another good one. Tengu Gardener VTuber. I was getting the Tengu vibe. Become who you want to be, but can't. I agree. This is fun. Love the hair. Love the headpiece here. Love the ears. Oh yeah, the crow's feet. Again, harem pants. I have harem pants. I love me some harem pants. This is fun. I love like the feathers on the hands. I love that the cape in and of itself looks like wings, but aren't like blatantly wings. I've done the whole virtual avatar before VTuber craze just because being something I'm not is really fun. That's what I mean. Embrace it. Half of us were from the generation that grew up on Gaia Online. I know y'all are capable of better. And this is better. This is good. I like this. Love this design work here, and I love the logo on the cape here. The Googie Schubert. Oh my god, their name is literally Googie. This is very different. As a character design, I will say I like this design. As a VTuber design, one of the biggest things you have to remember when you're a VTuber, especially if you get to the point where you have a live 2D or even a 3D model, we are basically motion capture actors. And a lot of the fun of VTubing is the overacting, the emoting. Like, let's be real. Chat, I know you love it when I like end up making like shocked pog faces over like stupid shit. For example, when Akife was like, I'm gonna send you my PP, and my response is, it's fun. It's hard to do that with a faceless design. You have to find ways to work around it. Agent Magnetar had a really good workaround for his. Since Agent Magnetar is a tokusatsu VTuber, he's wearing a helmet. So a lot of the expression comes from the fact that he has digital eyes, and those eyes are where the emoting comes from. This is literally faceless. Now, granted, you do have an eye here, or what's supposed to, I'm assuming is an eye here. You're gonna have to do a lot of work with this to do like to get emoting around, and that again, you're setting yourself up for hard mode. It's a fun and good character design. Hard to pull off as a VTuber. You could put a mouth there. You could have put a mouth right on the belly too. Like, there's ways to work around it, but if the point of it is that the only bit of living expression you could have on this design is the eye, it's a good design, but it may not be a good VTuber design. And since this is about male VTubing, I feel obligated to mention that. Ooh! Emrys, Fey Librarian VTuber. My artist is currently working on my model PNG, but here's my character design sheet. Would love to hear your thoughts. The wings are immaculate. Love the tree branch antlers. Again, beard bro, let's go. It's giving Harpy more than Fey though. I disagree mainly because, and this is where the low res might be fucking with us, Velociraptor, because the horn antlers are trees. That's definitely giving me Fey. I'll be real. And again, you're already in the midst of design design works, like, and getting like a model done and everything, so I'm not gonna tell you like rework it. I'll be real, if you're going full Fae, give yourself some long ears, give yourself some fucking elf ears, because the thing is, like, Fae are almost supposed to give like almost like other, like an air of otherworldliness. I'm absolutely getting the librarian, the book canvas bag, all of that. This is absolutely giving traveling librarian. Beard roots, nah, that's overdoing it. You don't want to overplay your hand. Wrong facial proportions. No, you don't have to, like, you don't have to make them freaky. So like, especially like whenever like they describe Arc Fae and stuff like that, Arc Fae are like usually almost considered like otherworldly beautiful. Like they look almost alien, but like when you see them, you're like, that is a beautiful creature. It's a balancing act. The beauty side of things is absolutely here. But again, I think the other reason why chat is struggling with this being a Fae is that the only real Fae element here is literally the branch horns. I would add a few other things. Again, give yourself some longer ears. Maybe like black scaleras with like goat eyes or something like that. Just something that's like where like you see it and you're like, that's not a human, but damn, they're pretty. Yeah, feathers made of leaves would be a good place for Fae influence too. Like, yeah, like Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is super Fae, especially when they had like when Swamp Thing got like the plant wings. All right, this is Hiro Senpai, the slime VTuber. I'm just a little guy. I actually love this. There's a lot of slime VTubers where they literally just do the little slime orb. However, I think the thing that will make you really stand out when you're just a slime orb is accessories. And I think here, like, again, 3 key accessories: the hat, the headphones, the glasses. But then there's other smaller elements like this little sakura flower right here. The fact that he's got like pseudo hair is also really good. I actually love this, and the colors all work really well together. This is good. Yeah, no, call me. He's got knickknacks in the body, which is fun. All right, but it looks like we got ourselves another cybernetic VTuber exploring hidden worlds in chaos. One, I love your mascot. A little Robo Dashin. Love that. Love the helmet. It's giving Daft Punk, and I mean that respectfully. I love me some Daft Punk. The white, blue, and yellow is a good color palette, and it really makes the helmet stand out. Because the funny thing is, the only true quote-unquote black or void in the design is literally the helmet, and because of that, it draws you to the head immediately. Really smart design play there. And again, like the asymmetry with like the robot arm and the regular arm, I'll be real, I don't think you necessarily needed the cybernetic arm, but it doesn't take away anything from the design. The design is still really good. All right, this is the Scarlet VT. Ooh, interesting. I can see right into your ribs. Oh, and this is like the model proper. Interesting. What is your deal? Eldritch Cyborg. I will say there is a lot going on, but I do like it. So the big issue with this face, colors you chose for the teeth, they're not the same tone, but they're at a similar value to the skin. And the rendering of them is so similar to each other that it's meshing into like one solid piece, and this tongue gets absolutely lost because it's the same colors as like the clothing. I would have changed the colors of the tongue, or even maybe inverted them, because yeah, no, this gets lost. Yeah, on phone it's hard to see. I would up the value of this purple too. It's too dark. These are cool ideas. These issues I'm talking about are more so color choices, because a lot is getting lost here. It's even worse when you have the black hair. The black hair is fusing with the black of the bodysuit. So I would work on that. Yeah, neon would pop real good. Neon on the tongue would pop really well. There's also, I can see there's line art of a tattoo here, but again, because of certain values and levels, like it's barely noticeable. This is mostly color choices. The values are too similar to each other, so they're getting lost to each other. So I would be careful with that. I would mess with your values a bit, because even like on your quote unquote default form, the thing that stands out the most is the coat. Everything else starts fusing together because the values are so similar to each other. The bones of the design though are good. It's just color issues that I have. All right, next we got Sin Solstice. This is an oldie but a goodie. Oversized coat with no shirt, but the thing that makes it work is the accent pieces on it. It's not just a oversized like duster / pirate coat without a shirt. It's an oversized duster pirate coat that has like the ribs wrapping around it, the belt pieces, the spikes on the armor here, the fact that it is short sleeve so that you could have like the arms transitioning to the red with the black tattoos on it. That's pretty damn good. A different type of tail too, a nice segmented tail that gradients from the black to the red. Also nice horn design. I like the eyes. The eyes are really fun. I'll be real. I'm sure that the mask is like an optional piece. I'ma be real, Sin. I would make the mask the default. While I love the scars and stuff on the eyes, the mask design is really good. Of all of these alt faces, this is my favorite one. It's really good. And it adds an air of mystery to the character as well. That's something new I've heard noted. I like it. I personally think it would be cool to make the mask the default and unmasking like secondary. Especially because it looks like you have like what appears to be like a Triclops version. Like hide that shit. Make it a secret. All right, this is Mungo Burrows. Mungo Burrows. A halfling rogue. Nice to meet you. All right, right off the bat, Mungo, I will say this. This model does not translate to me that you are a halfling. I like this design. I like this look. However, this does not translate to me halfling. This looks like an elf. The art here, I definitely see halfling. And this is no shade on the artist. The artwork for this model is good, but I'm not getting halfling from it. The proportions don't feel right. Very skinny, very lanky. Like, I would mess with the proportions a bit. Yeah, too tall. Because the thing is, actually, let me see real quick. It's only 5 heads tall, but I would honestly have made it a bit more stout. And I'm not saying, like, make yourself chubby, but, like, there's ways to make yourself look more stout without making yourself chubby. Giving yourself a larger head to body ratio. I would have also, like, again, like, a big defining thing about halflings and hobbits is quite literally big feet. Halflings can be like normal proportions, but they gotta be thick. I don't think that they have to be thick. I think there's ways to make a skinny halfling, but it's all about the proportions. Bigger head, shorter arms, bigger feet. It's all about the proportions. For lack of a better term, chibi yourself a little bit. Yeah, no, if you just took this and made it more thick, it's gonna give off dwarf, not halfling. But yeah, no, that would be my biggest critique. I like this design, but it's not giving me halfling. All right, Mad-Marnin, the Dracolich Down Under. Ooh, we got a Dracolich. I like this, but I have a few pieces of advice to push it. So, for this design, where's the lich part? That's where I was gonna go with it. So, the biggest aspect of this that screams Dracolich is the wings, because the wings are skeletal. However, these wings are way too fucking big to be on your stream all the time. So, your key Dracolich feature will be gone 90% of the time. Now, granted, there are some stitchings here, but I'll be real with you. They don't come off as stitchings to me. They look like tattoos or bracelets. I'll be real. You need to add more undead elements to the core body. You have a stitch here that is literally cutting a portion of your face in half. Make like this section here skeletal. Maybe give yourself a skeletal hand. Exposed rib cage. You need more to imply undeath, because right now the main part of you that is undead are your wings, and if this is a model, these wings cannot be on screen all the time. Like, let me put it this way. My upcoming dragon model, its wings are huge. Really big wings. We're gonna make it that the wings can be toggled off. However, because the wings are gonna be toggled off, I've added elements so that people still know, oh, this is a dragon. And I put those elements on the core body. So that's where I'm like, you can't just use your wings as a defining feature. So if you're gonna go Dracolich, fucking lean into it. You want a great example of a Dracolich VTuber? A Terra Nox. She has tons of undead elements on her core body. Could do away with the stitching and make it so that the pale blue glow under the skin illuminates bone. That's another option. That's a great option. Maybe show part of the skull in the area around the crystal of the bone. But yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, I think you need some exposed bone. I think you need to show me that you have like some skin that is rotting. Yeah, that's what I was saying before, Issei. Like literally, like there's a stitch right here at the wrist. Make a hand, just a bone hand. There is so much you could do to make this more undead other than just skeletal wings. It's a cool design. I like this design, but it needs more to imply Dracolich. Let me know what you think. This is from Elite Tease AG. I'll be real, my favorite thing is the hair. Yeah, it screams My Hero / sports anime. My favorite aspect is the hair, mainly because we need more curly-haired VTubers. Like, look, is the broccoli cut overdone? IRL? Abso-fucking-lutely. It is like nowhere to be seen in VTubing. It feels very Fortnite. It also is screaming Fortnite. However, this also, though, I'm not gonna yuck the yum of, because it also is doing what I want, where it has like the oversized hood in the hoodie. It's not just a basic bitch hoodie. It's a short sleeve, oversized hoodie that has a pattern to it. There's an accessory there, so it's not just a dude in a hoodie. Also, he has rings, which are good accessories. There's a lot here that can really make it distinct. I would love to see this as a model, because right now, I'll be real, this is just screaming to me My Hero Academia side character, but I'd love to see this in model form. Would love to hear your input. I'm a bog body acolyte with an eldritch deity. You're definitely getting there. However, I fear you might also experience similar issues to the faceless one because you don't have a face. Your face is gone. Literally ripped off. The outfit itself, really cool. I love this hood. Very much giving evil priest cultist vibes. I like the touch of bandage I was on wrapped in. I like that too. The sprinklings of gold are actually doing a lot for this design. I even like the exposed red on the face, but I would almost still give yourself a regular mouth because again, like you're gonna struggle with expression. And for a job that half of it is literally over expressing yourself, you're gonna be struggling there. It's really cool, but you're gonna find yourself struggling. This is Chibi, the femboy Raiju. They're adorable. Oh my god, they have a Game Boy Advance. They got an OG Game Boy Advance. I absolutely love that. The style really is doing a lot here. Also, yeah, like they're like a little chinchilla. Love the tail, love the stockings, love the shorts. The outfit here is very basic. Like it's very much like, oh yeah, this is a femboy outfit. The thing that is really pushing this is the art style. The art aesthetic is really helping this out. This is one of those things where like, if this gets made into a model, you need to find a model artist that will keep this aesthetic. Because the aesthetic here is what's really holding this design up. But other than that, no, I like it. Like it a lot. Sounds like fun. This is Max Stars. Your average Celestial. I'ma be real, this is giving average Celestial. There's not too much going on here. Like the haircut. The design is fine, but it's basic for me. I like maximalism. I think this design needs accessories. I think that's what this design needs. Like, give me a necklace. Give me some rings. Give me some iconography. It's lacking story to it. Look, if he wants to go with just your average Celestial, he's doing it because there's not much about this that is really like defining this as a character. Gold and silver highlights could, yeah, like a pendant, some cufflinks. This needs accessories. Some gold or silver highlights on the clothing, also true. The bones of it are good, but it needs more. It's the worst kind of average where it's too generic. There's nothing about it that makes it a defined character. Yeah, it's a good skeleton. Now add some meat to it. All right, this is Drekken, just a friendly half-orc. This again, I need definition. All right, I'm gonna be real. And in some cases, it can work. In other cases, it can't. Stop marketing yourself as just a basic bitch, insert interesting thing here. By doing that, you limit yourself. Oh, I'm just some guy. I'm just a dude. Like, when it comes to your lore, your design, your overall feel, go all out. You wanna know what it gives me? It gives me that you're embarrassed. It sounds weird. It gives off embarrassment. Like, throw away your cringe. And like I said, do we have like 1.5 million fucking demon lords? Yes, we do. We have a shit ton of demon lord, like mega god VTubers. But give me something else. Cringe is dead. Embrace whimsy. Have fun with it. You're making a character. You can't just be just your average guy. Because here's the thing. If you are a streamer, it doesn't matter if you're just an average guy in your world. It doesn't matter if you're just an average guy in your lore. It doesn't matter if you're just an average guy in real life. When you hit the live button, when you have people talking to you and watching you, you are the star. You're not just a guy. You're the guy. Be the guy. Like, you have to do that, because I think that's the other thing. Because you're like, oh, I don't want to go like over the top. I don't want to like come out as off as like really loud or really bombastic or obnoxious. You're the protagonist. Be the protagonist. Give yourself more than I'm just a friendly half-orc. Don't be the background character of your own story. Because how are you supposed to stand out amongst a sea of VTubers when you are literally marketing yourself as just some random dude or just some average guy? No, be the protagonist, but be a cool protagonist, not a harem protagonist. Also true. I agree with that. In regard to this design, there is good here. Again, this is my issue here. From the waist up, outside from a couple of the scars, there is nothing interesting here. From the waist up, this is just a half-orc. The most interesting things are on the waist down. This is an interesting apron. I like the greaves. The greaves imply, oh, this is a former retired adventurer. Add it to the upper half of the body. The majority of your streams, they are only going to be looking waist up, not waist down. There's interesting elements here that if this is a model, they will never see, or at least won't see most of the time. You could even make it like, give yourself like a demi-gauntlet. Like one of the hands has like an armored gauntlet. Something. Anything. It's weird how a lot of the big design mistakes I'm seeing amongst like male VTubers is all the interesting stuff is on the lower half of the body. Yeah, put an emblem on a necklace. Like, you just need something. You need something. A pauldron under the rag would be neat. Yeah. Alto Cirrus, just a cloud passing on by. Okay, so this is fun. So again, outfit itself, nothing too complicated. It's a button down with overalls or whatever this strap. I'm forgetting what they're called. Oh, they're not overalls, but like the pull-up straps. There's a unique pattern on the shirt where it's literally clouds. Suspenders, thank you. I like that again, like the beard itself is very reminiscent to clouds. The fact that the beard changes what feels to me like a stereotypical dad model into something unique. Oh yeah, I was gonna say this. The fact that the beard can change is really cool. The beard is literally selling the design and it makes it something really unique. I like this. I like that it can go from like regular basic clouds to thunderstorm, a rainy day, birds flying past the beard. That's neat. And it takes what would be considered a very basic design and makes it something really cool and neat. And again, it's something that the viewers will see. That's a good thing. All right, this is Bean from VT. Probably time to get a full revised ref sheet done, but I love the liberties that everyone takes on my designs. P.S. I am also a rat. Aside from you having a rat mascot, nothing about this tells me that you are a rat. I think that the base is really good, but again, none of this tells me rat. This is really cute though. Are they the rat on the shoulder? I'm assuming that they're the rat on the shoulder, in which case, okay, that works. You're a literal rat. But the model is just a guy. And the guy is well designed. Love the hair, love the jacket, love the cropped tank top, love the belt, love the two-toned pants, love the gradient from the purple to the brown, love the earrings and stuff like that. But like, this gives K-pop star. It doesn't give I'm a rat. Like, no, I need more than that. Like, again, there's no elements here. Like, cause you can make yourself just a guy. You can. But again, in this world of VTubing where you can literally be anything, take some creative liberties. Cause yeah, no, I like this design, but nothing here says rat. But red, 2 belts. That doesn't say rat! Because like I said, again, why make yourself just a guy? When you're a VTuber and you're streaming, you're not just a guy. You're the guy. Make yourself the guy. The belts are also below the waist. Never seen normally. Exactly. Stop putting all your interesting elements below the waist. I'm gonna make a few final points. I really want to bring these points home to you all. And this is for the male VTubers. While the design critique was not meant to help you become a better VTuber, this is now where I'm gonna be like, you wanna be a better VTuber? Here's what you need to fucking do. 1, do not keep blaming external forces for why you're not a successful VTuber. Stop making excuses. Stop publicly whinging about how hard it is to be a guy in VTubing. Guys dominate every fucking corner of the workforce except VTubing. Stop coming up with external fucking excuses. Stop it. Especially stop blaming women. Stop blaming women for your shortcomings. Because that's not going to attract people to you. It's going to make people turn away. Complaining about women in 2025? That's incel shit. You want people to come to your streams? Be fucking entertaining. Do something. Bring something to the fucking table. Outside of just, I'm a dude. Point number 2. Stop making your entire brand and your entire identity, I'm a guy. Stop that. I'll be real. No one gives a shit that you're a guy. No one cares. They come here to be entertained. Entertain them. The amount of male VTubers I have seen that have bitched and moaned about how hard it is being a male VTuber, and then I go to their Twitch, they haven't streamed in like 4 fucking months. Oh, you're complaining about how hard it is being a VTuber. You don't even stream, man. Why are you complaining about a game that you're not even playing? Put in the work, branch out, do things that engage, create a community that wants to be around you, that wants to hear your opinions, that wants to hear your jokes, that wants to see you play shit, that wants to see you talk about shit. The other thing is, don't be fucking shitty. Now, this is for everybody, but like, especially for male VTubers, stop using VTubing as a fucking dating app. You want to be treated with respect? You want to be treated like you actually have a place at the table? Then you have to treat the other people in here with respect and welcome them to the table. If you like collab with a girl and your first thought is, oh, she liked hanging out with me, maybe I can date her in the future. Stop it. This is not a dating app. If I get asked if someone I know or work with in space is single one more time, I'm going to crash out. That's the like, stop it. Be better than that. Don't do this because you think you might be able to bag a hot internet waifu. Do it because you like doing it. Do it because you want to entertain people. Do it because you want to have fun. Do it because you like the craft of VTubing, the type of entertainment that comes from playing a fictional character with a virtual avatar. Do not do it because you want to get into someone's fucking pants. Do not do it because you think it's a quick way to get rich. I can guarantee you right now, chat, I am not making a lot of money doing this. I make enough that I'm able to survive, but I do it because I like performing. I do it because I like acting. Do I have dreams of having a bigger audience than this? Abso-fucking-lutely. However, I do not let that ambition get in the way of the fact that I do this because I love it, not because I think that I have something to gain from using people in it. Too many people in this field use people, and unfortunately, a lot of guys in this field do it. That's the problem. You want to be respected in this field? You want to like actually bring people in that actually like you, that want to entertain you? You need to readjust your priorities. It has nothing to do with your design. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're a dude. Like, one of the top VTubers on Twitch in October was a guy. It was a male VTuber. If I'm not mistaken, he was number 4 in the top 10. Do not tell me that you are limited because you're a dude. Be better. Have passion. Do it because you love it. People come for your passion. They will stay for the passion. Will they come for a design? Absolutely. They'll stop in, they'll peek their heads and be like, oh, that's a neat design. But they stick around for you. And if they don't like what they see, they're gonna leave. Do it for the love of the game. I don't want people to think that in VTubing, the only way to be successful is if you're a busty, lewd anime girl. There are so many ways of being successful in this. There are tons of say-so streamers that do really freaking well. There are male VTubers that do really fucking well. Reminder chat, this is my full-time job. I'm not making a lot, but I'm able to pay my bills and I'm doing what I love. I've been soloing this shit for 4 years. You can do this, but you cannot blame external forces for your shortcomings. Are there some that you could blame? Yes, we could totally blame Twitch for whatever it does fuckiness with the algorithm. However, if you're complaining about things like, oh, it's because my design's not good enough, but also male VTubers can't be designed well. Oh, it's because women. No, that's not the problem. You have to be entertaining. You have to bring something to the table that makes people want to stick around and be like, I like this dude. I want to see what he's about. My biggest issue is short form content. Encourage people to clip you and give them reasons to clip you. Make jokes. Be funny. I have no people, then you need to just keep going. You need to be consistent. What's your stream schedule? Are you saying I don't have an audience when you only stream like once a week? You have to be more consistent. You have to brand yourself better. There's tons of elements that need to be done. Also, don't be afraid to clip yourself. Okay, You wanna know the biggest advice I got when it came to streaming? Watch your VODs. How many streamers in here actually re-watch their VODs after a stream? Ick, that long tooth is the problem. I can't stand here in my recordings. Nope, you need to. Okay, there it is. You just said, I can't stand watching myself. If you don't like the entertainment that you're making, what the hell makes you think other people will? Hearing? Look, I get embarrassed of my own voice sometimes. That's something you just gotta get over. But you need to watch and you need to listen. How often are you talking? Are there minutes where you're not saying anything? It's not embarrassment, it's discomfort. I'm gonna be real, long tooth. This is gonna sound mean, but I mean it. Suck it up. Deal with it. I'm sorry. I get it. Listening to yourself makes you uncomfortable. You wanna get to a point where you can do this for a living? You wanna do this where you wanna see yourself grow? You have to be willing to go back to your VODs. You have to be able to watch them. You have to be willing to see what is working and what is not. You have to. I know one of my biggest weaknesses is filling dead air. Oh yeah, no, I'll be real. And that's why I say, if you are like low viewership, you need to get used to pretending that there are tons of people watching and you need to let those ADHD voices win. You just have to keep talking. Just keep going. You're done with one topic, move on to another one. Narrate your thought process. You gotta work through it. You have to see what's working and you have to watch your VODs. You have to see moments where people are most engaged. You have to look at the analytics. If you are seeing that there are moments where the view count suddenly plummets, you gotta be like, why did the view count plummet there? Let me take a look at something really quick. Let me see. Did I say something that like offended people? Did I make a joke that didn't land well? Was there dead air? Are my chatters telling me art? Okay, long tooth. I put my hands on your shoulder. Stop making excuses. Those are bots. Ban them. Also, network. Raid people. Oh, I'm afraid of like raiding into a bigger streamer. Fucking do it. And don't keep raiding the same people over and over again. Raid someone that you've never raided before. There is so much you could do. Network and self-promotion. My one weakness, you gotta network and self-promote. How are people supposed to know you exist if you aren't doing that? I became high-functioning introvert in college. I could do it again. Yeah, reminder chat. Someone like earlier referred to me as an extrovert T-Rex. I'm not an extrovert. I have severe social anxiety. I am an ambivert. I am not an introvert. I'm all worked up now. I'm just saying this shit because, again, like chat, I'm telling you what I have to tell myself. I still get scared to raid sometimes only because of the low view count. No, it doesn't fucking matter. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. If you're raiding with one person, if you're raiding with two people, if you're raiding with one person, raid. Still raid. I think I've made my points. I hope you all appreciate what I have to say. And like I said, my word isn't gospel. It's just how I feel about the matter. I suggest also to share yourself out in self-promotion channels and communities that are active. So my issue with the self-promotion channels on Discord, real talk, because I had one, but I deleted it, is they do not garner a community. For a long time in my self-promotion channel, there were people that would post there daily, but they never interacted with anything else. And I almost guarantee you, people didn't like click on them. Also, yeah, do not do follow for follow. Do not be like, oh, I followed you. Will you follow me? No, follow for follow doesn't work and it's also against TOS. Do not do that.